Hey Dean, so I was talking with somebody this morning that is a landscaper, and we do a lot of stuff with home advisors, and he's a member of ours, and he was super excited to be able to tell me about how he's getting more business than he was ever off of Google Ads and for buying leads off of home advisors, Angie's lists, and places like that. And I think with landscaping companies coming up, I think it's a good topic to talk about just because it's something that's going to be hot coming up. And we can help the home service industry. So no matter if they're a plumber, if they're a landscaper, if they're a roofer, or whatever they might be, we can truly help them be able to get more business, and we can help them get business from people that are actually looking for it. So when you go over and you do a search and you're doing it and you're buying leads from any of these companies that sell leads like Home Advisors or Angie's List, one of the things they do is they sell it out to multiple different people. They're only supposed to sell, I think, 3 to 5. Last I looked into it was a few years ago, of how many they say they sell out to everybody. And what I think a lot of home service companies are getting tired of is being nickel and dimed, paying $50 to $100 a lead, chasing them not knowing that they even existed, or they got all these phone calls from all these people because they filled out some form online. And I think customers are getting mad at it. And I think the other thing is you see a lot of people that are just getting tired of spending the money and not getting much results out of it. So his example of us when he was talking about us, which I found really interesting, he's getting about 15 calls a week right now, and it's his dead time of the year. Now, I don't guarantee we're going to be able to do this for everybody. I'm just going to use this one just as a one-off of being able to talk about what it's doing for somebody. He's spending about an hour a week, or about 5 to 10 minutes a day per day inside the platform, and he actually has his assistant logging in to do it. And getting those 15 leads per week, or 15 calls per week off of, by using our platform that he knows are coming from the platform, they're coming from his local business profiles and coming organically because he's not paying for them. He is closing between 5 and 8 of those on a weekly basis. So one of the things I asked him is, I said, okay, you're getting all these leads. What's the quality like? He goes, they're great. He goes, I'm getting about 5 to 8. Some of them are just tire kickers. And I mean, you're going to get those. No different than if you did an ad instead of the yellow pages or newspaper or any of the stuff that we used to do back in the day. What's your opinion on what causes this to happen?
Well, I think the biggest thing that happens, like, let's talk about I've talked to a few of our members that are paying for leads, and they said they've called up a lead. They said, oh, we already accepted a bid. Well, and they went, well, hold on, I just got this lead today. So one of the things that we don't know about, and I don't know what other people are doing, but when did the other people receive those, or they have people that are dedicated that are, because they may have
or are they selling old leads?
Right, exactly. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, but the reason why the leads are better qualified, or are better lead, in my opinion, is like the old. I mean, I'm old enough. I used to advertise in the yellow pages all the time. Today, you can't even hardly find the yellow pages anymore. But the thing is, though, when you do that look you do that search, you are a motivated person with a need for a service or a product. And that's the difference. That's why local SEO is so much different and better than just, putting out, ads and people call up and say, oh, I saw you were in here. What kind of services do you do? How often you do it? What's your price? Well, the thing is, though, they're the tire kickers. I think that's where a lot of tire kicker stuff comes from. I don't have proof on that. That's my opinion, but I think the biggest thing is the leads are they're just better because they know that they want something, and because you're being found organically, you're going to be in the top of that list, and so they're going to make a decision with you, and that's why I think the leads are better, because you're positioned right and your location's right, and that's the big game changer for the local SEO piece. That's my opinion.
I agree, and I think they're better as well. For my opinion, and my side of it is when we go out. So when you become a member of Simply Be Found and become a paid member, we go out to up to 300 different networks. So we don't just focus on one network. We don't just focus on Google. We don't just focus on Bing, or we don't just focus on Apple Maps. or just voice search. We focus on all of them. So we're going to go out to all the networks that are going to matter for your business. We help you be able to build your reviews to where then you're going to come up. We're going to give you more opportunities. And the thing that's different about us compared to everything else is a lot of people skip over the sponsored. I mean, I'm not saying we can kill your ad budget completely, but you're going to be able to come up on that maps piece at the very top when you're doing Google, or if they're inside of Bing, or you have those opportunities if someone says, "Hey Alexa," or "Hey Siri, find this near me." Now there's one of those devices going to start talking to me. Yep, right one right there.
Probably there it goes.
But it's one of those things to where you're given more opportunities to get your business found, and having your assistant or yourself. I mean, you can do it from your mobile phone. You can take pictures while you're on the job site, post them up onto the different platforms. And you can do it from one spot. So you can log in to Simply Be Found. You can post those things out. By actually doing those steps and taking those steps out there, it really gives you more opportunities. It makes you a legit business. It brings you the people that are searching for the products and services that you offer. So if you're a roofer and someone searches for a roofer near me, or they are looking for that product, it gives you more opportunities to be found. And there's no third party involved. They're not filling out a form. They're talking usually to that business owner or somebody who is a salesperson that can handle that person for them. And it gives a whole different approach to what this is. And we're using the same tactics that a lot of these companies were using for years to be able to generate it, but we're actually getting them in touch with you and cutting out that middleman. I guess would be one way of looking at it.
Exactly. So, you kind of mentioned the time frame involved. I mean, you have to put your information out there. You have to be active. You know how long it used to take me to put together an ad for a coupon or a magazine or whatever? Not everybody has graphic capabilities, and they spend hours doing that, and then they had to proof it. It comes back and forth. It takes time to get it done, and then it's only out there for a little bit of time. The difference between the print ads and some of the other, I mean, your digital ads are a little different, but it still takes time to get your message right, make sure everything's working the way it does. Ours is more generic, is just easier to use because we've created a platform that doesn't require a lot of time. And you can just take photographs and you can upload them, from your phones. You can bring them in. You can, you do all the different things. You can get in the right formats. It's really not hard to do. And that's I know that kind of digressed a little bit on what we were talking about with the leads. The thing is, that information that you're doing, because when they do find you on a search and you have a photograph or a description, that's going to give them a better feel that they're going to be a good match. That's another reason why I think the quality of the leads are better when you get it found with our product, with our platform.
I agree. And our members can even take that. If you're a paid member, you can even take it to the next level. We do offer the web design stuff. We haven't really talked about it, so this is going to be kind of one of the very first times I've really talked about it on any of our videos. But we can actually make it to where your voice search ready inside of your website and help you be able to rank higher up. And for members, as the time that we're recording this, it doesn't mean it's going to be this price forever. I mean, we're $200 a month. $500 setup fee, and that comes with unlimited changes to your website. So if you ever want to be able to get yourself to grow, you can definitely do it that way too, and be able to take your business to the next level. The person I was talking about earlier, I told him about that. He's probably going to sign up for that piece, but he's not even doing that. He's just using the organic stuff. So we haven't even touched his website side and been able to do that side. So I'm going to throw that out. There's a sneak peek. It's not inside of our platform yet. If you contact support, we will sign you up. But just to toss that out there.
Yeah, no.
I apologize for any of the background noise. My kids just got home from school. I heard them walk in. And we're a small business, just like most of the businesses out there that we're talking to on this video. And they'll end up seeing this. But, I mean, it's one of those things to where we don't have the big corporate offices. We don't have all that. We're here to be able to have your back. So if you have a problem, if it's not working for you, we want to be able to hear about those problems. We want to know what's going on because we're here to support you. That's probably our biggest thing is we're a small business for a small business. We created this based on what small businesses needed. Dean, you have a small business that you actually use this in on a daily basis or a weekly basis. So it's one of those things to where I think that's what really sets us apart compared to what everybody else is.
I would agree with you, but the biggest thing is chances of getting a live person are better with us.
Yeah, you got a 2 in 5 chance right now to get a hold of us.
Actually, it
Actually,
went
if
to 2 out of 6
2
now,
in
right?
6, 'cause we just hired a new person and just
Yeah,
came
yeah,
on.
yeah.
So
Yeah, so we can't say the 1 out of 5 chance to get that's it's a 2 out of 5.
old habits. They
Yay,
die hard.
yay! Good.
But
I want to just say thanks to everybody for making it successful because
yeah,
without
it's been a fun ride.
without the memberships, we wouldn't have that. But we're getting enough things that need to happen with our members. We needed one more person because we have a hard enough time just trying to get us to have conversations and record like this. So thank you, everybody. I want to say thanks. But I think, the biggest thing is the quality is going to be better. The contacts you're going to have, the touches, if you will, are going to be better from people that contact your business. By either logging onto your website and doing a quote thing or calling you up. I mean, I find that with my business, the quality of the contacts are better, that I close more than I used to. I mean, that's really the bottom line. It's just more closes that you win.
And that's one of the big things is, and I would even say for when we title this video and we do it, I'd call it this, and I think we are very true to this name. We are the dirty little secret to being able to get more leads for your home service business or for contractors to be able to get business, because we are that dirty little secret. We are that secret sauce that just kind of sits here, and we've been doing this for 4 years. We're using playbooks I've been using since 2008. So how many years ago was that? 15 years ago, 16 years ago now that I started building those out. We're using methodology that I've been using that I used back in the 90s, in the 1995 when I started doing this stuff. We've taken what your ideas are on the engineering side of small business. We've twisted this thing around about 500 different ways, popped out a very user-friendly, very simple platform that's built for the non-tech savvy average business owner that's so damn busy that can't even that's just like today, where we were going to record this morning, and it's now 4:30 in the afternoon, and I couldn't even tell you what I all got done today.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the plight of the small business owner. You start out with this info ad, and then pretty soon you're somewhere else. But the whole thing is that you can log into our platform anytime and make things work. I mean, talk about yourself, get your information out there. That's the key to this whole process. So is the more you do, the better it's going to be. If you miss a day or two, it's not going to kill you. I mean so it doesn't. I mean that's really the bottom line is you don't have to meet this deadline. You don't have to say, oh, by 1 o'clock today you better have this done or it's not going to go out in the publication. Well, if you missed it, because it happens, you don't miss anything. You're still there. You're still on track because the digital world is just different.
Well, and I'm gonna pick on you real quick. For your other business, you didn't do things for a long period of time. It was probably 2 months, 2.5 months, and you called me up. You're like, man, business is kind of that just went way down. And I'm like, well, when's the last time you posted? When's the last time you used the platform and did this? And you went, well, I haven't been. And you went, well, shit. And then you started doing it again, and business came right back up. And you're like, well, I guess that means our platform works. I'm like, I know. It's kind of an amazing concept. We kind of built something that was kind of amazing, and we are that dirty little secret.
Yeah, no, and it's kind of like, oh, yeah, I get accused of, hey, what's that thing you do to help your business? I need you to do that for me. And but it does. I mean, the more you do, the more traction you get. I mean, that's really the bottom line. And like when you talk to your voice search devices and you're not being ranked, it's because you're probably not using it like you should be. That's why, and I'm not trying to go back on the whole thing, but the whole process is important. And the big thing is right now, a lot of our landscapers and tree people and all that stuff are just getting ready to get into they're about a month out. Right now is the time to get in and start doing it, because it does take a little bit of time. It does take a little time. It does. You can't do it and say in 2 days it's going to be working for you. It takes a week. It takes a month. So the sooner you get started on it, the better. Especially, and then then you just keep the momentum going through your season, and that's what it's all about.
And you create that habit. And I think that's a big piece of what this is. You have to create the habit of doing it and having it. Doing it, getting started during more of your slow period before you get into the period of you don't know what you did all day, but you felt really super busy. You have to be able to have that habit in place to where, okay, this is what I'm going to do, and possibly have some more content scheduled. You can schedule your whole year off if you want. You can schedule all those pieces out to where you can get out there and get in front of people to where those are already scheduled. And I call that fill-in content for contractors. If you do that and you post, 3 posts for every week until the end of the year, anything you do now is bonus content, and it's going to only help you instead of hurting you.
Right, and because there is some seasonal things that go on, you can do that with your contractor.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. Every business has cycles. I mean, I don't care. I don't know any business that doesn't have some kind of a cycle. So that's when you take advantage of it and you put content out, and that's what causes the up cycles for your business. Is
Yep.
that when you do that. So.
And if you guys like seeing videos like this, like hearing Dean and I talk, or you guys want to see any videos whatsoever, let us know. We're here for our members. We have your back anytime you reach out to us. But make sure you like, subscribe, do all the stuff that you do on these channels, and we're here for you every time.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us.
All right. Thanks for joining us, guys.